Hey guys, how's it going? So for those of you who didn't watch the previous video, which is called Unfortunate Circumstances, vlog number 7, please do. I know it's a long video, it's like 17 minutes, but if you care at all about my travel trip, whatever, yeah, you definitely want to watch it because it's pretty important. I go over some important stuff, so yeah, definitely do watch it and watch the whole thing. And also for this video, please watch the whole thing as well. Thank you all in advance, and yeah, let's get into it. So I realized that in the last video I forgot to talk about Venice. I was only there for like basically half a day, but there's not that much to do there, honestly. It's extremely touristy, so if you thought that like Rome or Paris is touristy, Venice the worst, understandably. Everyone knows that that place is like extremely touristy. There's nothing much to do except just to see how unique the place is with the canals and all that stuff. But yeah, probably like, I don't know, like 80% of the people there are tourists. It's pretty amazing, especially at the big plaza called Plaza San Marco. There's literally so many people there, you can't do anything, which was, yeah, it was an experience, let's say. But anyways, Venice is definitely very beautiful. Definitely lived up to expectations, sorry. But the only thing that I found kind of put me off was that the canals, they had like a really awful smell, kind of like seaweed or just that I don't know, that water stench, I guess. And also they looked really dirty. The water is like not clear at all. It's all like green or brown or whatever. So yeah, but overall, yeah, Venice definitely a great place to visit, but there's not much to do, so spending 1 or 2 days there is definitely enough. Okay, so let's move on to the passport issue again. So for those of you who don't know, the previous video was uploaded only today, but which is May 30, but it was actually recorded on May 28th, which is Sunday. And I lost my passport in the night of May 26th to 27, which is Friday to Saturday. And so yeah, I couldn't upload the video for some reason those days, but now it works. Yeah, so as I was saying in the other video, I was gonna go to Milan to the consulate to apply for a new passport. And like, okay, so I went there. I had to wake up at fucking 5:45 a.m. because the consulate opens at 9. And yeah, I wanted to get there as soon as possible. And guess what? I went there at like, I arrived at 9:15 or so, and it says like the consulate of Canada in Milan is closed for the week. Like not just today, for the fucking week. So I was like, shit, I can't waste like 1 week of my time. Like I have to find some other solution, which I don't want to like spread negativity or stuff, but that's just fucking depressing. Like you lose your passport already, and then stuff like that happens. It's just, man, I was pretty fucking upset. And I was going to explore around Milan a bit for the rest of the day, but I ended up having no motivation at all. I think I left the city at around noon or 12:30 or so. But yeah, apart from that, okay, I'll explain the rest later. Let's finish Milan. So Milan, really beautiful city. It's more like modern than the other places I've seen in Italy, but definitely another style of beautiful. Like all the buildings are really clean looking, and the architecture is really nice. It's all like really extravagant, and like even the train station is immense, and like it's really beautiful. The train station is probably like more beautiful than a lot of the monuments I've seen in Europe. So yeah, that's how it is. Everything is just really fancy and stuff, and I think the city. Well, not I think the city is definitely very rich. All the people there seem really educated and like rich and professional and stuff. I think like half of the men I saw were wearing suits. That's how it was there, and so yeah, just a really prosperous and modern, elegant city, I guess. But compared to the other places, there's not as many like historical sites, which is understandable, because yeah, it's definitely not like a tourist city as Rome or like Florence or Venice is. So yeah, and also the restaurants, they sorry, I'm really tired. You can probably see in my eyes like I've been sleeping really bad lately. I'll get on that later. But yeah, the restaurants were disgustingly expensive. Like, okay, I thought Paris was expensive and like Venice is expensive, but Milan, like, what the fuck? Every dish is like 25 or 30 euros, even like the appetizers. So like a plate of like cold cuts or something is like 25 euros. That's like 40 Canadian dollars, which is absolutely disgusting. Like, man. And there's also a lot less street food than other places. But I managed to find some places, and yeah, it was not that expensive, like normal price. But yeah, so for the passport, I decided I had to go to Rome, and as soon as I got back home, I did a bit of research, and apparently it takes like, okay, first I looked for trains, and trains are pretty fast, like 3 hours maybe to get from Milan to Rome, so like 5 hours from the place I was staying to Rome. So I was originally planning on leaving the next morning and arriving at the Embassy of Canada, which is in Rome, towards noon. But little did I know, the train was like extremely expensive. It was like 100 euros or something. But then I looked at buses, and buses, I thought it would be just like a bit slower than train, but actually, because it stops everywhere and it's just slower in general, it actually takes like 9 or 10 hours. But I was like, okay, that's okay. I can take the night bus, which fucking sucks, but I guess that's still an option. So the day of, I just booked a night bus. I left at like 9:30 and I arrived like 8 a.m., which is so long. It's like almost 12 hours, like 10 and a half hours or something. But yeah, so that fucking sucks. But at least like I got to sleep and it didn't seem that long, even though I didn't sleep that well. And like it legit hurts your butt when you sleep in a bad position for too long. And yeah, in the bus, being in a bus for such a long time makes you just like sweaty and just feels gross. And the bus was full as well, so it wasn't a good feeling at all. But yeah, whatever, that's over with now. If you don't know, I'm in Rome right now. I was at the embassy the whole day today to apply for my passport. That was actually quite a fun experience, I have to say. I was there from like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., like the whole day basically. And yeah, it was actually, it made me feel busy for once. It was really like, it makes your heart like race, because there's so much things to do. It feels like you're on a mission. I had to like get 1,000 million contacts to get references. I have to find the location of where I took the pictures because they didn't stamp it for some reason. I had to like contact my mom to give the citizenship card to the passport office in Canada, and with the time zone it's kind of complicated and they have to give it back to Rome and stuff. and yeah, just that kind of stuff. I also had to give her a copy of my passport. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Fill out a lot of forms. Yeah, so it took like 6 hours. But yeah, at least I'm glad it's done with. And the lady was really nice and kind. Yeah, she was just really nice with me about everything, which is what made the experience much better. But yeah, so she said, okay, so originally I thought it would take like a week or so to get the legit passport back. But actually, you have to make a temporary passport and a real passport. So a temporary passport can last as long as I stay in Europe. It lasts up to like 2 months, and I'm only here for like 3 more weeks. So I'm gonna be using that for the moment. And when I get back to Canada, I can exchange my temporary passport for the real passport. And the downside of that is that it costs a fucking shit ton. I think it's for a 10-year passport plus all that shit, like temporary passport, lost stolen passport fee, and like if you have no guarantor, it's extra $50, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, how am I supposed to have a guarantor in Italy? A guarantor, by the way, is like a Canadian citizen that has known you for more than 2 years and can prove your identity or some bullshit like that. So yeah, that cost me $465 for a 10-year passport. But the upside of that is that I can get my passport as soon as maybe tomorrow, or at worst Thursday, which is pretty cool. I can continue traveling. Yeah, right now I'm in Rome. It's like 6 p.m. right now. I already want to go to sleep since like 4 p.m. Because like, okay, so the day I lost my passport, I slept on a fucking chair, right? That was obviously fucking bad. And the day after that, I was still pretty stressed and I couldn't sleep well. I slept like 5 hours. And day after that, I slept maybe like 7 hours. And wait, no, I slept like 5 hours again because I had to wake up at 5:45. And like, then I sleep on a fucking bus. So yeah, I'm so tired right now. And like Rome, there's not much to do. I've already been here a couple weeks back, so it's not that exciting anymore. I'm like at a random like plaza place. I have no clue. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be back in well the place near Milan tomorrow, and yeah, hopefully I'll be back traveling on my way Thursday. So hopefully, I keep saying hopefully, but yeah, this is really a matter of hope. Yeah, so sorry, I'm so tired, I can't even think properly. Yeah, so hopefully the next video will be somewhere else in Italy. Again, this video is so much longer than it should be, but thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you guys somewhere else hopefully. Bye.